Well, here we are, friends of Bob's Barn Workshop. Yeah, I got, there's the fun car. Anyway, that's another fun thing coming up. I went to drive my van the other day, and I just run over town, and I realized the brake was seized up, and I thought it was the driver's side, but come to find out, I tried to spin the wheel. So I've already got her jacked up. Got to get some jack stands under it, and we got to replace that caliper. So what I got to do, you've seen me do this before, is I got to remove those pins from the caliper and try to pry it off. I was pretty sure I replaced these, just not the calipers, way back when. I changed the shoes, I know I changed the pads. That's probably a... Those are probably 3/8. Now, when I put them on, I usually fill them up with RTV, and I see this is not. But it's definitely the 3/8. She's a little tight because she's a little rusty. And I tweaked the back the other day too. Look at these things. These are AC Delco rotors that I put on. You've seen me do videos over the last couple of years with them. But see, there's no brackets for the calipers on this Astro. We're lucky there. The brackets are incorporated right into the spindle. Oh, so come on, baby. There's one loose. Try not to block everything we're doing. Now how this works is this bolt only has threads just past the head here, and it screws in here, and then the pin just goes through a couple little O-rings here in the frame so that the caliper can adjust back and forth as the shoes wear, or as the pads wear. So when we go to put this back, we'll lube them all back up with brake grease. I can see I've been in here because I see NICs on this. That's why this came out fairly easy. Okay. Stuck in there, of course. Fool that I am, I've been organizing our 50th class reunion. Yes, I'm that old. And what a mess that's been. Trying to get everybody to pay up. They say they want to come, but drive that in there a little bit. It's amazing how here in the Northeast everything's so rusty so fast. Boy, that's a big caliper though. I'm glad to see that on a, look at the size of the piston on that. Gotta be 2 1/2, 2 3/4 inches in diameter. There's a core charge on these, so if I take this with me, I'm going to take those pins out to the shop off camera and run them on the wire wheel too. Now I got to try to get this SOB off in here. Let me go get my pry bar. Alright, I'm back. I have an assortment of large pry bars here. Let me see where I need to pry. Maybe I can put it right at the top and twist that out. 2 maybe. Get the next bigger one up here. Man, if I could get that right in there, so I could pry that piston back maybe. Good way to smash knuckles, don't do this. Alright. Problem is it's kind of got to come out. And I don't want to wreck my... Come on, baby. It looks like the shoes are shut, so I'm going to have to change the shoes. Oh, there we go. We're getting a good pry here. So you're rocking out of there. Shoes are rocking, baby. She's a rocker. Let's get this guy under here. See, double your tools up sometimes. Get you freed up here. I just pushed it back in. See, there's a ring of crust on this too. That's all right, we'll get her out. I'll put this one. If I can get up under the wheel well. Ow! It feels like the Three Stooges sometimes, don't it? Now, get my pry bar in under that piston. Boy, she's seized up. Sometimes what happens is there, she's loose now, I think. Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't think it toasted my rotor though. I'm gonna save this stuff. I don't know when Alright guys, well, I need to take that bolt right there out. I'm going to hit it with some Go Juice. I just need to get this going. I got a project I need to get done. Those rotors don't look that great, but they're only a couple years old. The problem is this fan just sits. And I get that glazy crust on it, you know. Right now I'm just don't want it seized up. Breaking that crust off the edge so it won't wear out the new pads as fast. That's fun. That's fun noise, ain't it? I'm just balancing my wheels. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to get a... Oh, I bet you that's about it. Looks like a 10 or a 12. I'll go get my other set. And get that sucker out of there. Well, I found out that that's... Why is this turning? That's a 12. I didn't need to... So... Brought a plastic bag. As soon as I get this off, I don't want to lose all my juice. See it running out. That means my brake line is not plugged, which does happen sometimes too. But if I put that over there, I might be able to stop some of it. Brought a bunch of rubber bands. Rubber bands are nice because they kind of cinch and self-adjust and do all that kind of stuff. Alright. There's not much else I can do right now. Alright, so I got to run to the store, get this caliper and the brake shoes. Put my tools away so somebody doesn't scarf them up. Alright. Well, I had to search all over town to find the stupid parts. But I finally found the parts I needed at Napa. So what we're going to do, we're going to put anti-seize, good old silver anti-seize, on here. Alright, and I got new bolt pins. Got something for my stupid sandal. I got new bolt pins that came with these. I'm not slinging it directly, everything wants to roll away. So I'm going to pull these boys out. As I said, there's actually an O-ring in here, and you can see that it's not inserted correctly. Of course, you can't get good parts these days. I'm going to twist it with the wrench while I push on it, and that'll help ease it out. There we go. And the spacer. Now that sleeve, I gotta work this O-ring back into its proper recess. Okay, that got it. Okay, I got it back in there, right? Now the difference between the left and the right is this is a right. And why is that down low? Oh, okay. Yeah, because the air sneaker got to come out. The oil's got to come in the bottom and out the top of the bleeder. You want your bleeder to be on the top. And as I said, you'll see that there are rubber grommets in both of these. Now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take both of these pins out, as I said. And I'm going to lube them up with. I'm just pushing on the back side of the pin here as I rotate it, and that helps push it out. Or push it out with one of these. I'll push it out with the other pin. So that'll do. There we go. So these will just have to be anti-sleezed. And that sleeve in there needs to be oiled too. So I'm going to press that out with my thumbs. And we're going to put brake lube in there. And that comes in another jar that looks the same, but it's a green gel. I don't know what kind of oil it is. It's some kind of lube. I'm going to put some right in that one. That one. This is so the caliper can slide back and forth and self-adjust. Okay, so where else do we need? We're going to need anti-seize, different substance. I don't know, I think that helps prevent rusting. Now, he's got to get the shoes out. We're going to get new shoes. And they also supplied with the caliper new banjo bolt copper washers. Now I wish I'd have paid attention to what side had the holes. I'm going to go to the other side and make sure. So I looked at the other side. I popped the other wheel off quick, and it looks like the shoe with the hole in it goes to the outside. Now it may be evident when I go to put these together where it goes anyway. So I always like to put a little of this anti-squealer goo on here. It's always a mess. There's a glob in there that I want to get out. Okay. Are we having fun yet? So this guy's got to go like so, and he's got to clip in there. So I believe it goes just like that. Come on, baby. Why are they always a pain in the ass? So we load our caliper up first. Get you a better view here. The ones with the hooks goes towards the inside. And that must be upside down. Alright, well, look and learn. It goes that way. Hey, Mo, give me the pliers. Alright, now I'll wipe that off with some, yeah, so that holds it up in there. Exactly. Now I got a little lacquer thinner here. That I'm going to use on that junk on the shoe. Very little lacquer thinner. But that'll clean it right up. And I'm going to clean. I got a little bit of the oil on the rotor, so I'll clean that off with lacquer thinner. Okay. Now I want to push myself down. I don't even know if this stuff's any good anymore, but now that clips down and under like that. All right. Now we gotta try to set it in place. Can't see the screen. We gotta try to set it in place on top of that wheel. And there we go. Now I gotta put a jack stand under this. I don't have a jack stand under it right now. But I didn't put these back in. But I will right now. I'm gonna put the lubie grease on these two. And they just push in the back where that bushing is. One end. This will help keep them a little bit weather resistant for, I don't know, no time at all. Try to keep your hands clean. The impossible task. So I'm going to put anti-seize on these threads right here. Because that's what goes into the cast iron. And comes through this little grommet right here where I already lubed that, if you recall. Now before I reach under there and do that hose, I'm not going to tighten this down fully. I'm just running it in to get it down close to being seated. Okay. Alrighty. Seems like I work on brakes on this thing a lot. And I'm just going to completely fill the threads with anti-seize. Ask Franny about that. Franny and Heidi. They have a fun little channel. They work on a lot of exotic cars. They have Porsches, and they've worked on VWs before. I don't know how many foot-pounds of torque, but I don't think it needs a ton. Because it's not holding anything, it's just a slider pin. Self-adjusting pin. So I just put that in elbow torque tight. So now I'm going to jack this up a little higher and put a stand under it. Okay, we're all set up on jack stands here. I wanted to try to show you. Now, I don't know if you can see or if it's dark, too dark. I took the bolt cover right out of here. There's a thing called a banjo bolt. It's a bolt with a hole through the center of it so the brake fluid can flow through it. So what I'm going to do is put new copper washers on that and bolt it. Alright, so I know this ain't optimum, but it's the best I can do right now. I'm going to get those copper washers that I showed you earlier right here. These aren't in an atomic bag or anything. And they crush and seal and can hold the pressure, brake pressures better than some sort of, fiber seal. So, our rubber band did a pretty good job holding back the brake fluid. Don't roll away on me, little bastard. I don't want this to snap and shoot brake fluid all over me, of course. It will. Okay. Now I'm going to throw this rag down and try to keep from getting oil all over everything. Copper washer right there. Don't get that on the brakes. There. Okay. Now, put a new one on this side of the bolt. Bolt looks nice and clean. One on that side of the bolt. There we go. Okay, and if I remember right, that was an 11. She's going in good now. I'm definitely bleeding the brakes. Alright. Now there's a little notch in the brake shoe too, or a brake caliper, to line up the hose to secure it. I'm just gonna take my ratchet and tap that down tight. That ought to do it. All that brake fluid all over the place. Now the trick with this is you just crack that top. I probably don't have a small enough wrench. I don't. And gravity, just pushing it in. That's about an 8. I gotta go back and get some. don't want to get up. Okay. That's too big. About that guy. Look at that. Good eye, huh? So now I'm just going to crack this. Unfortunately, it's going to go over too. First thing I did when I put this on was went through the brake lines to make sure that they were good. Here she comes. See, this is called gravity bleeding. I'm just trying to knock any bubbles loose. But that should be self-bled. Let me check. I'm going to check under the hood. So I topped the oil back off underneath the hood, and I think we're all good. We'll bleed her for a little bit more here. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything coming out. All right. That's all there is to this job. I gotta just replace the shoes on the other side. You can't do these separately. So I'm gonna go over there. We have the same situation. But this one should come off easy because, let me see if I can zoom in here a little bit. Because it's not seized, so it's not holding on, it should come right off. That's what you put anti-seize on for. Now these I'm definitely going to have to take to the barn and put a little wire wheel to her. And I'm going to pull the caliper off and re-lube everything. Huh. Well, that's funny. That came right out. It's alright. The core of this came out. Well, let's loosen the bottom one. And I don't know, did you notice I put this up on good strong jack stands? FYI. Boy, oh boy. I'll show you a trick to that. Take yourself a big open end wrench. My chair wants to go downhill, and this will give you more leverage. Good thing I anti-seized all this. So I'm going to have to pull those sleeves out where the rubber gasket is. See those bolts get a little rust on them. I don't want to come back out. So I got to find something like a pin to drive them out. Just a small screwdriver. I'll fit right through, right on the end of that pin. Boy, that one's crusty. Can't get me Allen wrench out of there. Same thing with that one. Let's see. These guys should lift right out. Scrapers. There we go. Man, this one's shot too. I really should just change this caliper, but I didn't buy the stuff to do so. Dang it. Knock this all off all the way around. You don't have to watch. I got this cheap pusher backer tool for the brake caliper. I see this one's got a bad seal. This one ain't long for the world either. But I'm gonna because it's shot. It really should be replaced, to tell you the truth. And then I got this pushy backy tool. That ain't even gonna reach. How about if I put it up here on the edge? It's going. You just keep putting pressure on it, and it'll push back into the master cylinder. That's shot. Oh, I got it. Yeah. No sense going any farther.